This podcast is part of the Pull Up a Chair podcast network. Let's build community through connection, conversation, and collaboration. This podcast is sponsored by Lever Consulting, editing with a purpose. Check them out at leverconsulting.com for a free consultation.
Hi, I'm V.
And I'm Ryan.
Welcome to Cringe With Me. Do you shudder internally when you witness a Karen going off on some innocent service industry worker?
Do you consume bad fan fiction and or have tattoos from your favorite shows?
Do you strain to listen in on awkward date stories?
Is your family the worst and you just don't want to feel alone?
Then we have the podcast for you. Cringe With Me.
Well, this week is my week.
It is your week.
This one is a Am I the Asshole post that I have today.
Ooh, I love those.
It's from Best of Reddit.
Oh, so it's gold mine.
It's not as good as I would have expected from Best of Reddit, but it's certainly fun.
Okay.
A little bit of a roller coaster.
Give it to me.
Okay. This one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Telling My Sister-in-Law That No One in Our Family is Named Stephanie?
What?
Yeah. The title is confusing, to say the least.
That sounds hilarious.
I promise it makes sense.
Okay.
So it starts out, I can't figure out if I did anything wrong. Or if so, what? Because I honestly have no idea what's going on. Hopefully someone here can give me a clue. Here's the relevant info as far as I know. My brother and his wife are expecting their first girl after 2 boys. I love Ricky and Jace, and so does my sister-in-law, but she has always wanted a girl and is very excited to be having one. She also wants to name the girl Chloe, as she loves that name.
Chloe's a really cute name.
It's a cute name. My brother hates the name Chloe, and really wants to name their daughter Stephanie. They've been arguing about it for a few weeks since finding out the gender. I got to my parents' house late last night, and my sister-in-law was the only person still awake. We talked for a little bit, and she asked me the weirdest question. She asked me if I knew any stories about Great Aunt Stephanie. I was confused. I literally said, who? Sister-in-law clarified that she was talking about our grandmother's older sister that died when Grandma was a little girl. Our grandma had 2 sisters, but their names were Judy and Lynn. There's no one in our family named Stephanie, as far as I know. I told as much to my sister-in-law. She changed the subject after that, and we soon went to bed. This morning, my brother and his wife were both sulking during breakfast. Even the kids could tell. Ricky kept saying, stop being grumpy on Christmas. So it wasn't just my imagination. I got my brother alone and confronted him, and he snapped at me for meddling and told me to stay out of his marriage.
What?
Yeah. My brother is pissed at me, and my sister-in-law won't even talk to me. I'm afraid to say anything to my parents and drag them into this, especially since I still don't know what this is. Either my grandmother had a secret sister that I don't know about but my brother does for some reason, or my brother lied to his wife to convince her to name their baby Stephanie. Both options seem equally weird to me. Maybe there's a third possibility I'm not seeing. So Reddit, am I the asshole? If so, please explain to me why. I don't want to be the reason Christmas is ruined.
Girl, you know what? Just pull your parents into this clusterfuck at this point. Like, just do it. At this point, just do it. It's fine.
Yep. It's, yeah. So, this is kind of a weird one, right? Like, what is going on here? I'm pretty sure he lied, but there's an update, of course.
Okay. Yeah, give me the update.
The update. Most awkward Christmas Eve dinner ever.
Oh, no.
Gotta keep this short. Lots going on. Everyone now knows what my brother was doing with the kids' names. Except the kids, obviously. They are pissed. Weirdly, my mom is the most pissed. A Christmas truce is in place for the kids, so no fighting on the holiday. However, the baby is definitely going to be named Chloe.
Yay, Chloe!
My brother very quickly backed down when my mom said some few choice words to him. The topic is completely banned for the rest of the festivities, so, for now at least, they've tied a bow on the situation.
That Christmas tie-in right there. Oh, yeah.
And guess what? There was another update the next day.
Oh, yes. Give it to me.
Christmas morning update. Aside from some glaring over a couple of the boys' stocking stuffers, Robin Funko Pops, this will make sense in a minute.
Okay.
Everything went well with the gift opening, as well as being woken up at 5:30 a.m. by being jumped on by one of my nephews.
Because you know Christmas.
Yeah. I think my brother realized he crossed a line and has been very attentive to his wife. He mentioned getting Chloe's name embroidered on some stuff when they get home.
That's good.
He even told Mom he would do the Christmas breakfast so she could have a break, and he gave me an "I'm sorry" grin when I opened his gift. I think everything is going to be fine. So here's what they figured out, because this is figured out in the comments. Your brother is a comics fan, right? Is he by any chance a big Batman fan? Because I'm seeing kind of a pattern with the names. Yeah, big time. How'd you know? Let's just say if this baby had been a boy, he would have suggested Tim. They're all Batman characters.
Oh my gosh!
Which I didn't realize because I'm not a big Batman fan. But apparently, you know, Ricky and Jace are named after Batman characters as well. I think they're Robins.
They are Robins.
And I guess Stephanie might have been Batgirl. I don't know the exact...
It was?
So that's why he was pushing so hard, and they figured out the pattern because of this Reddit post.
Oh, thank you, Reddit.
The commenters were like, this is an interesting pattern. I think this is what it is. And apparently he took this to his mom and was like, I think he's pushing for this name and lying to his wife so that all of his kids will be named after Batman sidekicks.
That's bad because Batman sidekicks die.
Yeah, not the best pick, but that's why there was some glaring over the Robin Funko Pops that were in the kids' stocking stuffers. And I'm like, ooh.
That's why the grin was, yep. That's so good.
Richard Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Stephanie Brown, Damian Wayne. Yep.
Damian's my favorite. He's a little sap boy.
I've never been a big Batman fan. I'm not the biggest DC fan in general. I think Batman's cool, but it's just not... I don't know the Batman lore.
I only know it because I grew up on Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Teen Titans, I missed that boat a little bit. A little told for that one.
It's not as good as everybody remembers. I'm just going to throw that out there. You're wearing rose-tinted glasses. It's still good, but it's not to the level that we all talk about it being, which is very sad for me to say because I loved it.
So the other reason I wanted to bring up this particular one, I think it's pretty funny that they caught what was going on because of the Reddit post. I feel like that's chef's kiss. I love that. But my dad did the same thing.
No.
Me and my brother have names that he specifically selected, but he did it in a very clever way. My dad, he was a very big Giants fan.
Okay.
Giants baseball team. My name is Ryan, which you guys know, right? I have a brother named Nolan. Nolan Ryan was a very famous Giants player. He picked my name Ryan so you could name the second kid Nolan, and realized because he'd done it in the other order, they might have caught it. You
got the better name out of the two.
I think so too.
Yeah, I feel sorry for your brother. Sorry, Nolan. I don't know you, but I'm sorry.
So yeah, my dad pulled the same thing under everyone's nose and got,
There's actually a really funny story in my family, a kind of a similar thing. Mm-hmm. I don't want to, because the child's still a minor, I'm not going to say her actual name. But let's say it's something cute, like, let's call it Nia. Mm-hmm. It's not Nia, but it's something like Nia.
Sure.
So I have an aunt who has a dog that she named Nia, a very cute dog. And then when her granddaughter had a kid, like, I really like the name Nia. Can you, like, rename your dog so I can name my child Nia? And my grandmother is like, no, I've had my dog for, like, 8 years. Nia's Nia. And then her grandchild named the kid Nia anyways. And so I have one aunt who has a dog named Nia and a great-granddaughter also named Nia.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's... Naming someone after a dog is rough.
No, but it's just the name. They just really thought it was a cute name, and it's so unfortunate.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny because I have a brother who's 11 years younger than me, and my mom asked me and my sister to help her pick the name when he was being born, right?
And your dad got it.
Huh?
Your dad named your brother, right, though? Nolan?
Oh, sorry, this is a different brother.
Oh, different brother.
This was not Nolan. This was, I have two brothers.
Okay.
This is my youngest brother who's 11 years younger than me. His dad wasn't in the picture at the time.
Okay.
So my mom, who was single at the time, asked me and my sister, like, what should we name him? And she had like a paper. She got us sat down, was like, all right, we're going to take all these names and we'll think it out. I had one name submission.
What was it?
I was like, we should name him Max. And my sister and my mom were both like, isn't that a dog's name? And I'm like, well, it's a people name too.
It's a people name too.
I wasn't very old. I was like, yeah, it's a people name too. And they're like, cool, what other ideas? And I'm like, that's it. His name should be Max. And then I like left the table and I was like, I'm done with this conversation.
You're like, here's what I submit. Yep. My work here is done.
My brother's name is Max, by the way.
You got it. You got the name.
Apparently just dropping one name and then leaving the table is enough to get you what you want when you're a child. I didn't throw a tantrum, but I was just like, yeah, this is what it should be. I'm done. That's it.
You won. I mean, I had a dog named Max.
See, I've known more dogs named Max than I've known people named Max.
But it is also a people name. Child, you was not wrong.
It's a people name.
I would have done, if I was your mother, I would have done that too. The big brother's like, here it is. Here's how I think of my brother.
Yeah.
And then leaves. Like, that's the name right there.
Yeah. It's always funny knowing that I'm responsible for his name. Because 11-year-old me, or probably at that point 10-year-old me, was like, yeah, this is it.
This is his name.
This is it.
That's so cute. That's so precious. Does he go by Max?
Yeah.
It's not like Maximilian. It's Max.
No, that's his full name is Maximilian, but he goes by Max.
Yeah. He also has a better name than your other brother.
Wow, we're shitting on Nolan today, I guess.
Not Nolan as a person, but Nolan as a name. Just like Carl. I don't think anybody should be named Carl.
I think that no one in our generation would name their kid Carl purely because of llamas with hats.
Yes.
Right? Like, llamas with hats ruined the name Carl. And if it didn't, Walking Dead then doubled down on it.
And then Carl Pamstram got caught while we were teenagers.
I don't know who that is.
The most prolific serial killer of Russia. 78 people.
See, this is the kind of thing that only some people would know. But I feel like a great portion of our generation knows about llamas with hats because everyone's seen that video at least once. Maybe you don't remember it, but I guarantee you've probably seen it.
That and the Walking Dead memes.
Yeah, the
Carl.
Walking Dead memes. Carl! Like, yeah, that name has been tarnished.
And Karen.
Also, can we just have a moment?
Okay.
I don't think that it's super great to name your kids after your fandoms, right? I know that because of Harry Potter, there's a lot of Harrys and Lillys and Jameses out there. There's a lot of them.
Maybe some Rons.
Probably some Rons, too. Maybe some Hermiones, because I don't think that name was getting thrown around outside the UK before that book, and I guarantee you there's some US people with that name now. And it's one of those things where I'm like, to me, it almost shows a lack of creativity. I don't know. There's something with it where I'm just like, it gives me a feeling.
Well, see, also, a similar thing happened with Game of Thrones. People were naming their daughter Daria's. And there's a character in Game of Thrones whose name is Daria. Spoiler alert, she kills a lot of people at the end. She does the genocide. And so after
Not Arya?
something like that. The main character of Game of Thrones, the like dragon girl, people were naming their daughter after
Daenerys.
Daenerys, that's what it is, Daenerys. And then after the genocide thing happened, people were like, "Oh shit!
Oh no, we named our daughter after a crazy person. Oh no."
Yeah, that's what I'd be scared of. Is like, well, what if like more of the story comes out and you're like, "Oh, I don't like this character no more."
See, I'm lucky because it'd be really weird if I named any of my kids after my favorite fandom, because if me, a white person, gives their child's name like Zuko or Sokka or Aang, people are gonna be like, "Okay, you need to take a walk." That's
Walk it off. Walk
Yeah.
it off.
so I don't have to worry about that personally. But I feel like sometimes it's okay. Sometimes people do really subtle nods or like a like name, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I like that. That's good. That's clever.
So I can name my child first name Winchester from Supernatural.
No, because I will know, and I will be upset.
Well, actually, my outfit today is slightly inspired by Supernatural because I have an over plaid shirt for the outfit I'm wearing.
Okay.
And
I don't think that plaid is something Supernatural has claim over. I don't think you could...
they do.
No.
They were
You know it existed before that, right?
No, I didn't.
And it's also deeply associated with lumberjacks more than anything else.
No.
And now it's associated with, God, what's the word I'm looking for?
No. But see, like,
You know what I'm...
Yeah.
Hipsters. Plaid's a hipster thing.
Go away, hipsters. This is Supernatural.
No,
hipster.
Supernatural doesn't trump hipsters. There's more hipsters than Supernatural fans.
Too bad. We're louder.
I mean, depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about vegan restaurants? Don't think you are.
Well, we don't do vegan food.
If you're
'cause we're
talking
all
about
cheeseburgers.
vampires, then yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Well, regardless, that's the kind of thing that I'd be tempted to do because I do low grade cosplay regularly, and so like sneaking a character
Like Disney bounding.
Yeah, Disney bounding.
You're Disney bounding, but you're Supernatural bounding.
Yes, I do that with a lot
Because
of
you're wearing
clothes.
plaid.
Yes,
A very normal piece of clothing attire.
yes.
I see.
But if I ever have a child and their name is Winchester, it's not because I'll call him Winnie.
Yeah, it's not gonna help.
It's
I'm gonna
genderless.
know. I'm gonna know.
The name is also genderless, and their name will be Winnie.
All right. You know what? You do you. I shouldn't criticize
At least
it.
it's not Carl or
This is
Karen.
not harmful to anyone. It's fine.
It's not Carl or Karen, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true. Those names are off limits now.
They're off limits. Alright, guys. But, speaking of off, we're gonna get off
Okay.
your eardrums.
Yep.
See you next
We're
week.
done. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for listening. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Cringe With Me.
Go follow us so you can vote every month on which story you thought was the cringiest.
I'm gonna win.
No, I'm going to win.
Hello, I am Patrick,
I'm Andrew. And I'm Christian.
And I'm Allie.
and we are Rad Theater, a podcast where a bunch of friends play role-playing games and share a single brain cell, and the GM doesn't always have it. Oh, and it's theater spelled the correct way, Theatre.